From fake passport renewal sites to phony airline tickets, scammers are now targeting U.S. travelers in ways that feel disturbingly convincing. The promise is always the same: speed, convenience, official help. But behind the clean design and patriotic logos lies a setup designed to drain your wallet, steal your identity, and destroy your travel plans before you even reach the airport. And the worst part? These scams are evolving faster than airport security itself. So today we're exposing the newest, most dangerous tricks lurking online and showing you how to protect yourself before it's too late. Number 1, the passport renewal trap. It begins like every good traveler's plan: a quick passport renewal online. No mailing, no waiting, just upload your info and you're done. But this modern convenience has quietly become one of the most profitable traps in the travel world. Fake websites now mimic the official state.gov renewal page so perfectly that even sharp-eyed travelers get fooled. The color scheme, the font, even the logo, all cloned. The only clue is hidden in plain sight. The web address ends with .com, not .gov. One victim told the Better Business Bureau, "It looked completely official. I paid the fee, got a confirmation email, and only later realized it was a fraud." Another traveler lost $68 just for submitting an application, something that's totally free on the real government site. Here's where it turns ugly. These scammers don't just take your money. They collect your passport number, home address, and credit card info. In one careless click, you've handed over your entire identity to a criminal operation. So before you renew, check the domain. Never trust any site offering express renewal or charging to fill out a form. The official US passport renewal site is free, and it will always end in .gov, not .com, .net, or .org. Because when it comes to your identity, one missing letter could cost you everything. Number 2, the TSA PreCheck fake site scam. Here's the next setup, and it's hitting Americans fast. You're applying for TSA PreCheck, thinking it'll save you time at airport security. You Google it, click the first link that looks official, fill in your info, pay a processing fee, and wait for your confirmation email. Except there's one big problem. You just handed your personal data and your credit card information to a scammer. These fake TSA PreCheck websites look frighteningly real. They use government-style logos, words like expedited application, and claim to help you fast-track your appointment. But in reality, they're not connected to the Transportation Security Administration at all. They exist for one reason: to steal your information and your cash. Here's the twist. You don't pay a dime online when applying for TSA PreCheck. The only time you pay the official fee is in person at an approved enrollment center during your fingerprinting and photo appointment. So if a website ever asks for payment up front, that's your red flag. One traveler said he was charged extra verification fees on top of the PreCheck cost and never even got an appointment. The site vanished overnight. Scammers count on one thing: that you're too busy planning your trip to notice the details. But they know exactly where you'll slip the moment you rush through the process. So before you hit submit, remember, the official TSA PreCheck application starts at tsa.gov/precheck, not through ads, not third-party assistance, and never by paying online. Because the only thing these fake sites fast-track is your journey to getting scammed. Number 3, phishing emails and fake airline alerts. It usually starts with a ping. A new email or text from what looks like your airline or TSA PreCheck service. The subject line says something urgent: your flight has been changed, or update your security account now. You click the link without thinking, because who wants to risk missing their flight? But here's where the trap snaps shut. That link doesn't lead to an airline or TSA site. It leads straight into the hands of scammers. These fake emails are designed to look perfect. The airline logo, the color scheme, even the signature block at the bottom. Once you log in, they capture your username, password, and sometimes prompt you to confirm payment for a fake change fee or renewal. The moment you hit send, your money and data are gone. This scam isn't limited to TSA or airlines. Fake parking, shuttle, and airport service sites are exploding online, luring travelers with discounts and priority booking. You'll pay in advance, only to arrive at the airport and realize that the parking lot doesn't exist, the shuttle never shows up, and your so-called priority was nothing but a lie. And it gets worse. These criminals often reuse your login info to hack into other accounts, drain your points, or even resell your frequent flyer miles on the dark web. So if you get a message claiming to be from TSA or your airline, never click the link. Go directly to the official website or app instead. Real airlines will never ask for payments or personal information through random emails or text messages, because once you click, it's already too late. The thieves are flying first class on your dime. Number 4, the travel visa and ETIAS scam. This one is especially cruel because it preys on confusion, and confusion is easy when international travel rules keep changing every year. You're planning a trip to Europe, you've heard about some new visa requirement called ETIAS, and naturally, you want to do things right. You Google ETIAS application, click the first link that looks official, and pay the small fee. Done, right? Wrong. You just bought a fake visa that isn't worth the paper it's printed on. Scammers have launched hundreds of fake visa and ETIAS websites that look perfectly legitimate. They'll show European flags, secure icons, and even official-sounding names like Travel Authorization Portal or EU Entry Service. But behind the sleek design is a criminal operation collecting your passport details, credit card number, and travel plans, all for a visa that doesn't exist. The danger goes beyond losing money. Travelers who show up at the airport with a fake visa often get denied boarding. Even worse, some arrive at their destination only to be turned away by border agents because their visa isn't valid. Imagine landing in Paris or Rome, ready for vacation, and being told you can't enter the country because your travel document is counterfeit. Here's the truth. ETIAS, the European Travel Information and Authorization System, hasn't started yet. It's been postponed and is expected to go live sometime in 2025. Until then, American travelers don't need a visa to visit Europe. So if any website claims you need to apply now, it's lying. Bookmark the official European Commission site, wait for the official announcement, and never pay a middleman. Because the only fast approval these scammers offer is a fast way to lose your money and your vacation. Number 5, the fake airline ticket nightmare. This is the scam that hits hardest because it doesn't just steal your money, it steals moments you can never get back. It usually starts with a deal that looks too good to pass up. 30% off international flights or exclusive staff discounts from Inside Connections. The site looks normal, the tickets seem legit, and even the emails look professional. But the heartbreak comes later, usually right at the gate. Take the family from Ontario who saw a Facebook Marketplace ad for discounted Air Canada flights. The seller claimed to have internal access to cheap fares. They paid nearly $115,000 for 10 tickets, a lifetime of savings. But when they reached the airport, 5 of the tickets were fake. Half their family boarded, the other half didn't even exist on the manifest. Then there's Joanne. After missing her original flight due to a medical emergency, she searched online for Allegiant Airlines customer service. She clicked the first result, called the number, and a man posing as an airline agent charged her almost $2,000 for a replacement ticket. The boarding pass he emailed looked perfect. Logo, barcode, everything. Joanne went through security, waited at the gate, and only when boarding began did the truth hit. Her barcode wouldn't scan. The ticket was fake. She missed her flight and her husband's funeral. That's how real and cruel these scams get. The rule to remember: always book through the official airline website or a verified travel agency. Avoid links and ads, avoid numbers from Google listings, and never buy from social media or marketplace agents. Because in 2025, even a call that sounds official can cost you thousands, and your chance to say goodbye. Number 6, the free vacation scam. It usually begins with a burst of excitement, a text, an email, or even a call saying, Congratulations! You've won a free cruise or an all-inclusive vacation. The offer feels harmless, even thrilling. All you have to do is pay a small tax or processing fee, but that's the moment the hook sinks in. Behind these cheerful messages are professional con artists who've mastered the language of temptation. They use high-definition resort photos, fake booking confirmations, and convincing websites that mimic Expedia or Booking.com. Everything looks legitimate until your payment goes through, and then silence. No refund, no booking, no trip. And here's where it hits close to home. Even experienced travelers fall for it. One frequent flyer shared how he booked what seemed like an amazing deal on an all-inclusive resort in Egypt through a partner site. The URL looked real, something like expeditravel.com, close enough to fool anyone in a rush. He paid, got a confirmation email, and even a reservation number. But when he arrived in Egypt, the hotel had no record of him. The booking was fake. His reservation email? Fabricated. His money? Gone. He had to pay the full room rate on the spot just to stay. Luckily, his credit card company refunded the fraudulent charge, but the frustration lingered. And it wasn't just the money. It was the feeling of being deceived. That's the danger of the too good to be true offer. Scammers thrive on your excitement, your hope for a great deal, your trust in familiar names. So if you ever receive a message saying you've won something, stop and think. Real contests don't charge winners. Real hotels don't demand payments through sketchy links. And real vacations never start with an urgent email. Because once you pay those fees, the only trip you're taking is straight into a scammer's pocket. Here's the truth no traveler wants to hear. These scams are not random. They are engineered. Every page design, every fake logo, every carefully worded message has one goal: to disarm you long enough to make a single mistake. And once you do, it's already too late. The traveler who shared his story about the fake Egypt resort said something that stuck with me. I kept thinking how stupid I was. But then I realized it wasn't stupidity. It was trust. That's what scammers exploit, not ignorance, but trust. Trust in a familiar logo, trust in a professional-looking email, trust that something simple like renewing a passport or checking a flight can't possibly go wrong. But it can, and it does. Thousands of times every single year. So here's what you can do right now. Always double-check URLs for .gov when dealing with official US government services. Never pay online for TSA pre-check. Payments happen only in person. Ignore any email, text, or ad that says your flight has changed. Go straight to the official airline website or app instead. Be suspicious of any visa service unless it's linked directly from a verified government portal. And if you see an unbelievable deal or a free vacation, close that tab. No legitimate offer demands payment before proof. Because the most dangerous thing in travel isn't turbulence, lost luggage, or delays. It's confidence without caution. Airports today are full of distractions. Wi-Fi networks that aren't real, charging stations that steal your data, fake lost item counters run by scammers pretending to help. The more you know, the safer you fly. So before your next trip, do yourself a favor. Slow down, verify everything, and share this knowledge. Someone in your circle will need it. If you learned something new today, hit subscribe, share this with a friend who's planning a trip, and help more travelers avoid getting trapped by the same tricks. Because in 2025, the smartest traveler isn't just the one who knows where to go. It's the one who knows what to avoid. And that's what Avoid Flight Bans is all about.